Hey, I'm Courtney Waterman, your tutor. Lover of anime, manga, and math. And you just tuned into another session of Tutor Me Sempai. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're jumping into a 12th grade topic, finding your recursive formula. If you're new to my channel, I'll be putting time codes in for this video in the description box below, so use it to skip ahead to whatever part of the video you think is most interesting. As always, if you have any questions about what we see today or even your own homework, you can always put in the comment box below or visit my Facebook page at Tutor Me Sempai and tell me all about it there. At the end of this video, I've been linking my 12th grade playlist, so if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. This video is only going to have 2 parts, so leave a like, smash subscribe, and let's get started! In my previous video, we talked about how to find your explicit formula for your arithmetic sequences when you're given just a little bit of information, namely an nth term, an arbitrary nth term, and the value of your d, your difference or distance between any 2 elements within your sequence. If you hadn't seen that video, you can find it right up here. However, for this video, we want to do the same thing except for our recursive formula. Can we find our recursive formula when we're given the same information? We don't have everything, but we have an nth term and we have the value of our d. So to get started, let's first cover our general form of our recursive formula. Remember, it comes in pairs. So you have your a sub 1 equals some number, and you have your a sub n, your current value, equals your previous value, plus the d that we talked about, our difference or distance between any 2 consecutive terms. When asked to find your recursive formula, this is pretty much what they're talking about. This pair here is what they're asking for. Well, good news is we already have most of this. If we were to try to write this, we already know that our a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus our d, which is 0.6. But what we don't know is what does our a sub 1 equal? We don't know what a sub 1 is. We know this part, this is 0.6, this looks like a b here, 0.6, but we don't know what a sub 1 is. So we want to really find what a sub 1 is. That's how we're going to go about doing this example, solving for our a sub 1 when we're given an nth term. And to do that, we really want to take advantage of what we know about our explicit formula. Remember, our explicit formula is used to find any term in your sequence directly. We can find any term. Well, a sub 1 is going to be a term in our sequence. So let's see if we can use what we know about our explicit formula to find our a sub 1 so we can complete our recursive formula. So our general form of our explicit formula is going to be a sub n equals a sub 1, there goes our a sub 1, plus d times n minus 1. Now we already know what a sub n is, our a sub 21, so we can rewrite this as negative 1.4. We don't know what that a sub 1 is. We want to solve for that. We know what d is, 0.6, and we know what n is, so we know what n minus 1 is. That's going to be 20. Now we simply solve for a sub 1. And when we do that, we get the following. So we have a negative 1.4 equals a sub 1 plus 12.0. And then we have a negative 13.4 equals our a sub 1. So our a sub 1 is going to be negative 13.4, but we're not done. We have to plug it in to our pair here. Negative 13.4. Now this is our final answer. This is our recursive formula. Your starting value is negative 13.4, and your formula, your pattern, is going to be your current value equals your previous value plus 0.6. So this is how we're going to find our recursive formula when we're given just a little bit of information, namely an nth term and the value of our d. But in order to do so, you really got to take advantage of our explicit formula. So let's jump into our next example to get a little bit more practice. So in this example, we have our a sub 12 equals 28.6, and our d is going to equal 1.8. And we want to once again find our recursive formula. So we have to find our a sub 1, we don't know what that is, and we already know how we can fill this in. Our a sub n equals our a sub n minus 1 plus d, which in this case is going to be a 1.8. If we can finish this pair, we would have found our recursive formula. So let's start with our general form of our explicit formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1. We know our a sub n is going to be a sub 12, which equals 28.6. We don't know what a sub 1 is. We know what our d is, 1.8. And of course, we know what n is. N is 12, so n minus 1 is going to be 11. Solving for a sub 1 would get you 28.6 equals a sub 1 plus our 19.8. And then subtract both sides means that a sub 1 is going to be 8.8. But once again, we're not done here. We have to plug it into our pair. Our a sub 1 is going to be 8.8. So this is our final answer. When a sub 1 equals 8.8 and your formula is a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus 1.8, that's going to determine your arithmetic sequence using the recursive formula. Well, I hope you were able to follow today's video and hope you found it simple to find your recursive formula. However, if you have any questions about what we saw today or even your own homework, you can always put in the comment box below or visit my Facebook page at Tutor Me Sempai and tell me all about it there. If you hadn't done so already, remember to leave that like. It surely helps the channel by letting YouTube know that you found the video helpful. And if you found the video helpful, so can someone else. So leave a like, hit the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with a friend. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I'm really hoping this helped with your homework and looking forward to seeing you again next week. I'm Courtney, here's your playlist, and this has been another session of Tutor Me Sempai.